Hi, I'm Yvonne Vance, and if you are new to the Villages, I'm talking to you today. I'm going to cover the 5 most common questions that I get asked about the Villages. The number one question everybody wants to know, what's the best location to live in the Villages? Villages is a large place, and that is going to be up to the individual based on what they like, what's important to you. There's really no bad location in the Villages. Everywhere is nice, and most people that live there like it. If golf carting to healthcare, shopping, restaurants, places of worship, certain activities, if that is important to you, then that is going to really be at the top of your list as far as location. Because the further south you get, if you get below Brownwood, getting to those types of places by golf cart is non-existent right now. And if it is, you're going to be driving a long time. So most people down there use a vehicle. If you like golfing, for example, there's a 40+ golf courses in the Villages, but most of them are north of Brownwood. So if you like golfing, you need to consider those areas. Most of all of the shopping is somewhere north of 466A. They are putting quite a bit of shopping on 466A, but all of the rest is up north. Same thing with doctors and things like that. And the bonds, that's another thing that people might consider when making a choice on the area. And then people will ask me, well, what is a bond? And it's a community development district bond that the developer uses to pay for the infrastructure, roads, sewers, water, all of those things. And so that's assessed. The original bonds were like around $10,000 that was added on, and then it's paid off annually in your property taxes. The new bonds are running somewhere in the mid 70s, like 74,000. And then there's interest added and all of that. So that's what the bond is. If that is important to you to not have that, then anywhere north of Sumter Landing is pretty much bond free. There may be $1,000 left or something very, very minimal. And the further south you get, the higher the bonds will be. Plus, they were higher as they developed too, because the cost of things were, just got more and more expensive. A lot of times, people don't realize that they have to pay this annually with their property taxes. And property taxes kind of leads me to that next idea that people want to know, is it expensive to live in the Villages? Can I afford it? Is it in my budget? That's a question I get very often. And property taxes factor into that, but there's 3 counties, several municipalities. So if an area that is in the county only, your property taxes are going to be less. If it is in a county and a city, your taxes are going to be more because you're going to be paying municipal city taxes on top of the county taxes. And then there's other expenses that are involved. But you could probably buy a home here in the Villages, like if you were in the historical district, you can get one for under $200,000. Most of them are manufactured homes, but they're very well taken care of and people like them. And if you don't want that, probably in the mid 200s, you can get a villa. The one thing that people ask too is, well, I need a car. And you can save on expenses there because if you buy in the area that you can use a golf cart for all your activities and for most of your shopping, you're looking at maybe a $10 or $15 a week gas bill if you have gas, or if you have a electric golf cart, then, it's going to be whatever it costs to plug that in overnight. But you can get rid of a car. A lot of people do that. They retire and they keep one car and buy 2 golf carts. And they drive their car when they have to and the golf carts most of the time. I drive my golf cart everywhere that I can go. I even brought it here. So that's a big one for people. And then the biggest question, and probably one of the most important questions that people want to know is, I'm leaving my lifelong friends to come to the Villages. Is it easy to meet friends and people here in the Villages? I have never been to a location or a community that is easier to meet people than the Villages. There's over 3,000 organized clubs. Like I said, 40+ golf courses. There is over 1,500 seniors that participate in the senior games in all kinds of sports. Social clubs for the neighborhoods. There's sewing clubs. They have neighborhood activities like driveway parties where people are just meeting each other. They'll just come and knock on your door and invite you. So you meet your neighbors. It's very friendly here. Like I say, I've never met a stranger here. You sit down somewhere and within minutes, somebody's talking to you. They have Michigan clubs and Missouri clubs and where everybody's from those areas. And so then when you go to those clubs, you meet people from maybe from your hometown. I've seen people that find other people that they went to school with and they hadn't seen in 25 years. Living in the villages is never boring. You can do as much as you'd like or as little as you like. I can tell you that it's a great place to be. And if you have any other questions, feel free to put your question in the comments and I'll be glad to help you. Feel free to reach out to me. My information will be here and you can just text me or call me, email, Facebook Messenger, I'm on there. Feel free to reach out and I'll be glad to help you. So thanks for watching.